Chosen ones, good afternoon. How are you doing? How are you all doing? I'm just waiting for a few of you all to pop in here. I am well. I am well. How are you all doing? I am excited to be here. But I got this message, and I received so many confirmations to do this message. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you all. I'm going to wait for a few of you to come in. How are you doing? I see a little hearts coming in. Who's there? You know, YouTube is kind of delayed, so I'll see you all come in later. But I see a few hearts. And I'm sure you all will pop in a little bit. How are you all doing? How are you all? I am well. I know you all are going to be shocked, like she don't know what she wants to do with her hair. But I have started my lock journey. I'm excited. I let my group members know. I try to keep them informed of everything. And if you would like to join the membership, you can. There in the membership, you will get all the inside of what I'm doing. I get more personal in the membership because I feel like if people have paid, to join my membership, in addition to getting, videos first and the extras, I feel like I should let them in. I'm still private, but I still let them in, into my life on a more intimate level. Still private, but they get to know a little bit more. How is everyone doing? Y'all come in and say hello to me. Good evening. Say hello to me before I get started here. Before I get started, I don't see anyone. I don't see any. I don't know if my chat box is on. Let's see. I'm gonna say hello, everyone. I see 10 of you here. Just say hello. Can you hear me? Oh, good evening. Thank you, Classic TV Box. Thank you so much for letting me know. I know YouTube is a little bit delayed, so I try to give people time to come in. I know by the time I go live and by the time they notify you all, it's like, I don't know, a few minutes difference, a few seconds. How is everyone doing? Hello, Sima. I see quite a few of you here. Good evening, Mary Cunningham. Thank you for joining me. I am excited to be here. It is raining over here where I live. It's raining. It's beautiful out though. How is everyone? I really want to come and just encourage someone and to really share this message that was downloaded in me earlier before I left. Before I left. I received this message and I was sitting in the car talking to myself, practicing my message, just going through like, you know what? This is really a message I need to come share. Oh, thank you, Classic TV Box. I said, this is a message I really need to come share with the chosen ones. And you see the title. The title is what I'm going to talk to you about. Chosen ones, you are a wonder, right? You know what a wonder is? Hello, Relate Camp. How are you doing, dear? Thank you so much for that beautiful birthday message. I wanted to Google, right? Went to Google to read to you all. I'm going to tell you some synonyms and I'm going to read to you the definition of what a wonder is, right? Wonder is a feeling of surprise mingled with admiration caused by something beautiful, unexpected, unfamiliar, or inexplicable. And then the second one, verb, it says desire or be curious to know something. And then Let's see. Let's see what else here. Let me make sure. Right? That's what I wanted to read to you all. And it's WONDER, not WANDER. Right? I wanted to read that to you all. So let me tell you some synonyms. Synonyms or similar meanings. We have, let me go back. Hold on. You have awe, right? You have admiration, wonderment, fascination, surprise, astonishment, amazement. Also, you have marvel, miracle, phenomenal, and that's what you are. You are a wonder. And the reason I want to deliver this message, and I was sitting there, I was thinking in my car. I love my little car chronicles. I love sitting in the car. I don't know. It's something about when you're by yourself and you're driving. You're thinking, and you get, information, messages. I don't know, but I was sitting in my car, and I got this message on the way to Aldi. I love Aldi, and I was sitting in the car and I was thinking, I said, you know what? People are amazed at the chosen ones. That's why I say you are a wonder. Your life is interesting to people, right? People watch you. People are amazed at how you are still going. People are amazed at, how you are still standing. People are amazed at how you're still smiling after everything you've gone through. They are amazed, and they are shocked and surprised that you are still here. They are surprised that you are still going. They are surprised that you are still fighting. They are surprised because they thought that their curses, their word curses, was going to stop you. They thought that their spells, them dabbling in witchcraft and going to see people on you, was going to stop you. You are a wonder. Just as the Bible states, you are a peculiar people. We are a peculiar people, which means that I don't care what you do, how you do it, and who you do it with. Who you do it with. You can't stop the chosen one. The chosen one is going to do what the chosen one is put on this earth to do, regardless of what they have to go through. Like the old folks used to say, they go to hell through hell and high water. The chosen one's still going to be able to fulfill the purpose that God has called for them to do. You are a wonder because people are trying to, hey, Matt, people are trying to figure out what's so special about you. Why you keep going after they don't lie on you, after they don't slander you, they try to turn people against you. They wonder why you're still going to seem like you're being more blessed than you were before. They're wondering. They are wondering. You the wonder, but they're trying to put two and two together. They're trying to figure out why you still, why you're still going, why you're still smiling, why you're still looking good. It seems like your wrinkles are, leaving you. Look, it seems like your wrinkles are leaving. Your bags are shrinking. They're trying to figure out what is going on with you. You are a wonder. They monitor you. They watch you. Try to inquire on the down low. Look, they're trying to inquire on the down low about you. They're fishing for information. They're trying to figure out, why are you still going? Why are you still fighting? Because you're a chosen one. That's why. You're a peculiar people. You're a peculiar person. You are a wonder. It's unexplainable. You can't be figured out. You can't be defined. There's no definitions to attach the chosen ones to. Although I say you are a wonder, they'll be trying to figure it out forever. They'll be trying to figure out why you're still going, why you're still happy. Why it seems like nothing can't hold you down. You may fall down, but you don't stay down. You don't fail 100 times and you don't got back up 100 times. You don't lost everything and you don't gained everything back. And they're trying to figure out, people are trying to figure out how come you're the one that can keep going. How come you're the one that can keep fighting, or the one that keeps fighting, not can, keeps fighting. Chosen ones don't give up easy. We don't give up easy. We don't bow down easy. We don't conform. That's why we're hated a lot. That's why most people hate us. They try to figure us out. They try to make us seem like we're the problem. They want you to be the problem so bad. You are the problem. You the problem. You the problem. You really are. I just want you to know you are the problem, because you don't conform. You don't bow. You don't pretend. You don't go along to get along. You're going to do what is right. You're going to do what is the right thing to do, what is righteous. Right? And it's not that you're, judging, or you don't even have to say anything. That's another problem with the chosen ones. You don't have to say anything, but because you're not saying anything, it says a lot. Come on now. You don't have to say anything, chosen one. You don't have to say anything. But when exactly. Listen, you don't have to say anything, but when you don't say anything, it says a lot. So just imagine if you open your mouth, what is that going to say? Right? What is that going to say when you finally do speak up? Look, when you finally do speak up and say something, you know how much havoc you're going to create, chosen one? How much havoc you're going to create when you do finally say something, when you do finally speak up. People are sitting back scratching their heads. They're like, you know what? I went to see this person. I went to see this person. I don't flew this place to go see this person somewhere up in a dark alley in a dark bush. They don't flew to another state to go see somebody on y'all. And you still up and you still going. You still can't be touched. They don't got a reading. They don't even got a reading on some of y'all. And some of y'all still going. You still anointed. You're still blessed. Mm-hmm. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. No matter what they try to do, you still are going to fight. You are still fighting. They're chanting. They got your picture somewhere chanting. They looking at your picture. They chanting and cursing your picture. It's not funny though, but I'm laughing because they are sitting there in amazement. They are sitting there in wonder and awe. I did everything to this person. I did everything to them every night. I look at their picture. I got an altar. They got an altar just with you on there. Look, they got an altar, all your favorite things. They got your screenshot. A screenshot of you. Got their phone there cursing you. And it's still not working. This is why it's important to pray, repent, and you cancel every, assignment, every word spoken. This is why it's important for you to stay in a good, pure place. Because that's why the stuff can't touch you, because your heart pure. Your heart pure. And while they're praying on you, you over there praying for them. Look, they praying on you, and you over there praying for them. Lord, bless my enemies. Bless the ones who come up against me. Yeah, that's what you're doing. And they wonder why they foolishness is not working on you. You can't fight evil with evil. You got to fight evil with good. You got to fight evil with good. You have to bless them that curse you. And they're wondering. They sitting there wondering, keeping an eye on you every time you come on live and pop up. They right there looking at you. They looking at the transformation. They got little secret accounts where they sitting there monitoring you, following you around, trying to see if their witchery is working. No, it ain't working. It ain't working over yonder. It may be working over yonder, but it ain't working over here. It's not working over here. We ain't gonna send to no sender. We ain't sending back to senders over here. We just gonna bind it up, and we say, Lord, bless our enemies. Bless them, Lord. That's what the Lord. That's how the Lord say do it. You bless them. I know you're mad. Listen, but when you get in that place where you understand how this stuff works spiritually, I don't care what they do. I don't care what they do. They won't be able to touch you. They won't be able to curse you. None of that. This is why you have to be in a place. That's why they just look. That's why they sitting there looking like. I tried to touch the finances. It's not working. I took the house from them. It's not working. I don't pray that they lose everything. Still not working. I took the car. They getting on the bus looking fly on the bus. They at the bus stop looking fly and happy and thankful. Oh no, this for somebody. Look, you got the anointing at the bus stop because it's not what you have. People don't understand it's not what you have. It's who you are, because before long, you know you're gonna have a better ride. You're gonna have a better ride, you're gonna have a better house, a better everything. Everything gonna be new. And the secret is being thankful. Right? They don't understand you're thankful for what you have and where you are, because you know the little bit you have could be taken away. They be trying to figure out, because you don't have what they have, you still seem to be thankful. You still seem to be happy and appreciative, because you are, as a chosen one. See, one thing about the chosen ones, things don't be making the chosen ones. People often forget that most of the chosen ones, we grew up in the struggle, so we can do with and we can do without. We're content with and we're content without. We could be happy with and we could be happy without. And people hate that about the chosen ones. That's why we are a wonder. They think because if you lose something, you're going to just flip the script and you're just going to. You're welcome, Barbara. Look, they think because you lose stuff, you're going to lose your mind. No, when we lose stuff, we know that's not time to lose our mind. That's the time to really get and press into God. And sometimes God got to take stuff from us, because sometimes we do forget now. We do forget about it when we get stuff and things are going right and we can vacation and eat the fat of the land. We can enjoy the promised land. Sometimes we do. We got to tell the truth, shame the devil. Put one in the chat. Put one in the chat. That when things are going good in our lives, we forget about God. Let's tell the truth, shame the devil. We don't be praying as much, because don't nothing make you pray harder than when your stomach hungry, when your stomach growling, you don't have the food that you desire to eat. You just have the food that you gotta get. Nothing will make you pray harder than you struggling. You don't know where your next how you gonna pay your next bill. You don't know how you're gonna pay your rent. Nothing make you pray harder than that. Yes, Matt. Yes, we have to be reminded. We do. We do. We do. I've done it. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not talking to y'all like I just got everything. No, I've done it. When things were going good, I had no forgot about God. Didn't pray as much. Them prayers wasn't as fervent. You know, when people coming up against it, them prayers be fervent. Look, them prayers be fervent. You be stern and hard, and when things be coming up against you, when things are going good, it's oh Lord, we have little soft prayers, the little soft, pretty prayers, oh Lord, thank you. And no, when stuff be up against you, stuff attacking your children, you have them warfare prayers. You be like, I bind you be like you in the ring about to, look, you be in the ring like you about to go toe to toe with the enemy. When things are not going your way or how you want it to go. And sometimes God had to put us in them situations to remind us. But regardless, you still are a wonder to people, regardless of all of that. And we know because of the journey, we're reminded. God will, He will remind us that, hey, you haven't been praying as much. Things are happening to remind us to get us back to where we used to be. Right? Exactly, Matt. To get us back where we used to be. But we'll get back. That's why I said if we fall 100 times, we're going to get back up. We're going to get back up. That's why people are amazed. That's why you are wonder. That's why people are watching you. That's what they're trying to see. Have you failed yet? No, I haven't failed yet. No, I'm not going to fall. What you see as failure, the chosen ones see as a lesson. Let them know we don't fail over here. We only learn. There's no such thing as failure. No such thing. But that's what I want to come tell you all. I wanted to let you all know you are a wonder. You have people amazed. You have them shocked. You have them shocked. Yes, he is. Smoking Womack. You have them shocked. You're not breaking down how they thought you was going to break down. You're not. You're not. They don't tuck the house. They don't tuck the dog. What else they want? What else the enemy want? And you're still standing. You're still happy. They don't curse your family. What else they want? You are a wonder because although things may not look like how you want them to look, you still know God is in the miracle working business. He can turn any situation around. He will. He'll turn it around for the chosen ones. Not he is. Not he will. He is. That's one thing about the chosen ones. He will turn anything, even when it doesn't look like it's going to be turned around. Even when it don't look like that child is going to turn around, he's going to turn it around. Don't look like your family's going to turn around. He's going to turn it around. Don't look like that job situation is going to turn around. You just have to keep believing. And he will, because you're a chosen one. Regardless of what you go through, you're still chosen. Just because you go through hard times and hardships, that doesn't mean you're not chosen. People often get that twisted. Like, if your God is so good, why do you have to go through all of that? Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to do that? Why not? It's only going to refine me. It is only going to refine me. It is only going to refine me. And sometimes you got to go through things. See, women's support ministry. Oh, listen, I've been through that, honey. I've been through that too. But you got to trust the God you serve. You can't fight them how they fighting you. I did a live on that. I don't know what is the name of it. I don't know if it was narcissistic managers, but I did one the other day. Let me see what it is. If you go back and watch that live, I'm sure you'll get your answer there. You'll get your answer there. I talked about it a little bit. Hold on. Let me see. I talked about it, but it's one of my most recent lives too. You can't fight them how they fighting you. Mm-mm. That's not what you can do. You can't fight them how they fight you. You got to believe your God is supreme. I want to say it's under people assume that you have an experienced life one. I think it's under that one. Woman support ministry. I'm not sure which one, but if not, you can go back to a few months back, and I want to say it is narcissistic managers in the workplace. Um, but I did a long live on that. But yes, you got to fight because there's a lot of yes narcissistic managers in the workplace. That was like an hour and a half long. But if you go back to that one, it was 3 months back. I'm sure that'll help you. Yes, that'll help you. I know how you feel. Yes. Yes, you can't. Yes. And you got to realize God, sometimes he's forcing you to move out of those jobs, but sometimes he want you to fight. But in my case, he was training me. I had to fight. Because sometimes we go through warfare and stuff because we're not obedient. We go through all that because of being disobedient. Sometimes I don't know if God told you to leave that place and you were just too fearful, because fear is a sin. You were just too fearful and you didn't trust him. So now you're going through that. But um you gotta seek him and see what he wants you to do. So that's what happened to me, because I was about to jet it. I was about to get out of there. I'm like, I'm getting out of here. Bye. And Lord said, no, you're gonna stay right there. Let me show you something. I had to stay right there and fight. I had to stay right there and fight. Yes, that's probably why the warfare coming too. Because every time, before you get a promotion, that's what happened to me. I didn't realize it. Now that we're talking about it, I had got a promotion right on up out of that department. But I had to fight first and learn how to be humble and not allow what people do affect me. Because sometimes we could allow what other people do to affect us. And that's why, I was a wonder in that job, dealing with that person. Oh yeah, dealing with her. She was wondering why I was coming in there, still smiling, still doing my job, still doing what I was supposed to do, because I wasn't working unto her. She was still with her little witchery. I wasn't working unto her. She was still with the divisiveness and turning people against me and stuff. I ain't had time for that. For one, I had a family. For two, I had to be obedient to God. And for three, she didn't give me that job. She didn't give me that job. So I was being obedient. I wasn't about to let her run me out. I was gonna leave when God gave me the okay to leave. Hmm. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you got to silence them, girl. When I was on my job, that's what taught me how to fast. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna sit here and act as if I knew how to fast all this time. Now, being on that job, listen, fighting that big devil, being on that job taught me. Being on that job, and nobody never knew what I was going through. Mm-mm. I had to learn how to fight, and I had to get my strength back and my focus, because that lady, she was in here. She was into some dark stuff. She was into some dark stuff, and I kind of knew it and sensed it because she was into burning her sage and stuff. So I already knew. I found out that later that she was into burning her sage and stuff, and I kind of knew something was going on because I felt that spirit on her. I felt them demons. Look, I felt them demons boxing her because when I came in, I'm like, I could pick up that stuff. I found that out later. See, I didn't know she was doing that, but I knew it was something there. That's why God had me praying and fasting. So you got to be obedient. You got to be obedient. When God tell you to do something, even if it don't, you never did it, because I never fasted the real way. No eating and drinking. Or at this time I did water only. But yes, I never went out. I never did it the right way. Never did the right way. But on that job, I learned, listen, on that job. And sometimes, you know what? God will take you, he'll send you on the fast. And some of the times, now that I remember, although I didn't know, like I had to learn how to fast, I started getting information. My church went on the fast one time. So they had a lot of information on the table. So I got the information and I educated myself on, what to do and all that. And I never forget, sometimes God will put you on the fast like he did Jonah. I remember there were times that I didn't eat. I only had water. Sometimes I didn't have no water or anything to drink because I used to be so busy and then realize I didn't eat until I got home. And it'd be from all day because I never used to eat breakfast like that. So my first meal of the day be like lunch. And I have my hot tea or something like that, but I never used to like eat like in the morning because I wasn't hungry. I know what society said the first meal of the day is breakfast. No, for me, my body was like, no. And I've been like that for a while. But I have my tea. And then by the time lunch come, my first meal of the day be like 12, 11 or 12 o'clock. My body was trained, after a period was trained to do that. So that's when I will eat. Oh yes. Yes, you have to. Yeah, you really have to. Yeah, you really have to go and seek God and ask Him, because 9 times out of 10 you dealing with some. Excuse me, y'all. I, you dealing with some. Yeah, you dealing with some big devils on that job. I'm not laughing at you, but them devils. Yeah. Oh yeah, you dealing with some. Oh yes, it's certainly not carnal, Matt. People don't understand. People look at you like you're crazy and think you're just, think you're just in your head. No, this stuff is real. This stuff is real. And sometimes people don't know they're being used by the enemy. But they know you got the light on you. They know you're chosen. So they going, like they say, bugs are attracted to the light. Look, bugs are attracted to light. So they see you, even if you're not walking perfect. Even if you're not walking perfect, they see it's still something different. You are a wonder. That's what I'm saying. You are a wonder. People going to stare at you. They're going to stare at you. You're going to find people staring and trying to scan you and read you. They're going to try to do all that, try to figure you out, and you can't be figured out, because as soon as they think you figured out, because you listen to God, if He tell you to do this, you're gonna do this. If He tell you to go there, you're gonna go there. People try to figure you out, which they can't figure you out because you always listen to what God is telling you in your spirit. That's why it's good to get by yourself and get quiet. That's why the enemy want to keep keep you distracted. Keep you distracted with TV, keep you distracted with people, family drama, dysfunction. Because if he can keep you distracted with all these things, you can't listen. You can't reflect. You can't listen. Because if you're busy fussing and fighting with people, you are not going to be able to listen to what God is telling you in your spirit. You can't quiet your spirit down. If you got dysfunction, people calling you, dumping they problems off on you. Every time you turn around, the family got issues. No, there's nothing I can do about the family issues. Exactly, redeemed by God. That lady, when I tell you that manager I had, she taught me how to fight. I feel like I can fight Floyd. Look, she was Floyd on the job, but now I feel like I can fight Floyd. The spiritual one now. I'm talking the real Floyd. I ain't that crazy. I ain't crazy now. I ain't gonna get in the ring with them now. But spiritual. Mm-mm. No, I ain't fool. No. Mm-mm. No, I ain't gonna tell that lie. I ain't gonna sit here and say, but these places teach you, and it's gonna teach you in every level. I don't want to say it's a new devil, but every level is gonna be different spiritual warfare. You're prepping for the next level because it's not going anywhere. What make you a wonder because you learn how to fight on every level. That's what make you a wonder. That's why you are a wonder. Because what you even thought that would take you out didn't take you out. And what people thought would take you out didn't take you out. Mm-hmm. Because you're learning how to endure. You're learning how to fight spiritually. Let me take these two things out. You're learning how to fight spiritually. You're getting stronger. Because see, people think you're still a weakling, and they don't understand that God got you in the wilderness. He's strengthening you. He's giving you power. That's why people try to, come back pushing buttons, thinking they can push those buttons, and those buttons don't work. They stuck. They got little, they stuck. Once they push them in, they don't pop back out because you've been in training. You've been doing the work spiritually, and healing is not loud. When you heal, it's not loud. It's a very personal thing, it's a spiritual thing. It's very personal. And the reason that you're going to know you're healed because you're not going to be triggered by things that once triggered you before. You're going to have more self-control. You're going to have more composure, more decorum. Man, my children like using that word. You're going to have some decorum. You're going to be a little more poised. Yes, you got the yes. And that's another thing when you know you're healing, you're not going to be emotional. You're going to have control over your emotions. People won't be able to, you know, and that's where the enemy likes to keep you all. If he can keep you in your emotions, he can come in and, as they say, mollywop the chosen ones because you're emotional. You're not thinking with logic. You're not thinking with your senses. Like you're in your feelings. Like, oh, why me? Oh, why me? Thank you. Welcome to the membership, ambitious Elisa. Thank you for joining, dear. It's like, why me? When you have that why me and you warrior up and say, why not me? I'm equipped for the fight. You get that attitude because whatever you tell yourself, your body's, you're going to start to believe. And that's why the enemy work on our mouth. That's why he want to work on our minds because he want us to start speaking things about ourselves, condemning and making ourselves weaker. He want us to say, because we don't understand our words are powerful, man. When I tell you what we say out of here, even if we thinking it is wrong, but when we birthed it out of this here, it's a done deal. That's why he want us to say, I'm this, I'm that. I can't believe I did this. I'm stupid. I'm, all those different words. No, no. Even when you're feeling like that, you got to tell yourself opposite of how you're feeling. You speak that out of your mouth. I am determined. I'm a warrior. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Go find God's word. Go find his word and recite it to yourself, to strengthen yourself, to edify yourself. Because you're not going to always have people there to encourage you. You're not going to always have people there to pray for you. You're going to have to pray for yourself. You're going to have to encourage yourself. You're going to have to help yourself fight. And most of the chosen ones, you're on these jobs fighting alone, which means you don't have allies with you. But when you have God, that's all you need. You and God is all you need. When I was on that job, I didn't have HR backing me up. I couldn't. God told me not to go to HR. Holy Spirit said, "You ain't going to HR. You're not going to HR." I never made a complaint on my manager. Never made it until I was promoted. I made one complaint, and that was it to her manager. But I never made a complaint. I never went to HR on her. Never. Because he was teaching me how to fight. He used her to teach me how to fight. And he not only used her to teach me how to fight, he used her to show me exactly who I was. He used my enemy to show me how much power I had and how I was able to defeat her. I don't know, woman support ministry. I don't know. You have to pray about it, but I'm gonna be honest on these jobs, and I'm gonna say this here, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all know because I gotta say it. It was just dropped in my spirit. HR is not for you on some of these jobs. HR is for the company. They're there to serve the company. They're not for the people. So you gotta let the Holy Spirit be your HR on some of these jobs. And I'm not saying you be crazy and don't document stuff because some of these people get out of hand. You should document. And I'm working on a book right now. And I don't know, I guess I'm gonna pray about it because I probably need to put some of these things I'm talking about in that book. It was an ebook I'm working on. But HR is not for you. I worked in management. HR is for that company. They're gonna do whatever they can to support that company. When the people who are not in management complain, they don't too much do anything. They don't too much do anything. Because there's one department I was in, the entire department complained on this manager. That should have been key. If I was in HR, that would have been key for me to get rid of her. If everybody's complaining on her, that would have been a red flag to me to get rid of her. No, that lady stayed there well after I left. She stayed there well after I left. HR is not your friend. You're going to need the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost to help you fight through this. No, you document stuff. You document, but they're not your friend. Especially when you're working in corporate America like that. They are not your friend. I'm sorry to tell you. Not at all. If the only way HR is going to be for you, if you have a believer up in there, if you have a person that's got a righteous mind and spirit, and most people in HR are demons. I ain't gonna lie, most of them. And the ones that want to do right by the people, they're often pushed out of those positions. They're often going through warfare. When you find a righteous person in those positions, people are going to make it their bet, their job to get rid of those people who want to do us right by the people who want to be fair. Those people, they're going to get rid of those people. That's why you got to tap into God. God to move anybody. I don't care where you at. He'll move people out of your way. He'll move managers out of your way. He'll move people out of your way. Chosen ones, but you just have to know how to fight. You have to know how to tap into that spiritual place. Exactly. See, redeemed by God. Yes, I worked in it. I saw. Cause see, I'm gonna be fair. A person may not like me, but one thing they're not going to say is, guess what? They're not going to say she was nasty. They're not going to say that she, fired me because I don't believe in doing that unless it's company's policy. They're not going to say I micromanage. I treated them less than. That's not what I do. Right? That's not how I operate. And I'm always upfront in the beginning to let people know where I stand and where we're going to stand moving forward. And I never had an issue out of people when I was, in management because I treated them how I wanted to be treated and how I wanted people to come communicate with me. But you're a wonder, though. You are a wonder, especially on these jobs. If you're in management and you work in an excellent spirit and you getting these promotions after promotion, God is opening doors for you because He wants you there because He wants you to do and be the change in these workplaces, and you can't be scared. That's why He's building you up. Woman support ministry. That's why He's building you up because He wants you to be able to stand firm. This warfare probably not coming for no reason. He wants you to be able to stand firm. Yes. He wants you to stand firm when they go to bringing these policies in, and he don't want you sitting there quiet. Thank you, Raquel. He don't want you sitting there being quiet. He wants you to speak up when it's time to speak up. Don't be sitting there intimidated. Is it just me? Put a one in the chat when I say this here. Is it just me? But in corporate America, not all places, because I never talk down on the job because people need their jobs. I'm not talking as if from a place of arrogance. Because I still work. I still work. But is it me? Is it just me? Or in some of these corporations, they have created this almost this space of intimidation and fear. Put a one in the chat. Do you all feel like there's this presence like of fear? I want you to fear me. I'm your God type thing in these jobs. And I don't walk in fear. I don't operate in fear. I'm sorry. But to me, I can feel like when I was working, it was almost like they created this something that's with the managers. This wasn't the company, but the people. They'll have this energy as if you're supposed to worship some of them people. No, I ain't gonna worship you. If you ain't no capital God, no, I'm not gonna bow down to you. I'm not gonna worship you. And you are a wonder because you don't worship little lowercase gods. Y'all are wondering these workplaces. You think them spirits ain't monitoring y'all, scanning y'all out, seeing how you operate against what other people do? And you don't have to have a title. You don't have to have a title, but they watching. They see that you don't scurry when they walk by. What I'm scurrying for? I'm not gonna scurry. You better be scurrying because I'm not scurrying. A monitoring spirit. They watch you. They see how you operate. See how you move. Like, why she ain't moving? Everybody else move. And look, they got everybody else worshiping and bow to them. Everybody else bowing. Because you didn't bow. The little Hebrew boys didn't bow. Listen, because you didn't bow. They got the whole corporation bowing down to them. But little old you didn't bow. Now they don't want you there no more. Because you don't messed up you don't hurt their ego. Remember the Hebrew boys, they didn't bow. They was adamant about their God too. My God, he gonna come get us. He gonna get us out this furnace fire, what it is, this fire and furnace. And even if he don't rescue us, guess what? We're gonna be with him regardless. If we burn in here, we're gonna be with him in spirit. That's what people don't like about the chosen one. Be like, listen, just like I found this job, y'all get attitude too. You get some confidence and boldness. Okay, just like I found this job, I can find another one. God gonna open the door and he gonna promote me with another one. Better yet, he gonna bless my business. That's what my better yet, he gonna bless my business. That's how you gotta be. Because these people want you to bow. But you got to believe. You got to get your faith up. You got to believe. You have to. You have to believe. You have to believe. And you have to be confident. It's okay on these jobs. People laughing at you. They snickering and keying when you walk by and trying to make you feel bad and all this stuff. When you come in, everybody get quiet. They exclude y'all out of stuff. Have meetings, don't include you in the meeting. Oh, we forgot about you. You can't forget about no light. In this dark place, there is no way you're going to forget about the light. Just say you didn't want to include me in the meeting. Don't lie. And sometimes y'all have to be bold, chosen ones. On these jobs, y'all have to let people know you see what they're doing. And you don't have to be nasty. You let them know, I see what you're doing. Y'all didn't want to include me. And you got to call that stuff out right there. He's calling some of y'all to be bold on these jobs. Y'all just sitting there being all passive, trying to be nice because I'm a believer and you got Christian tied to your name and all this stuff. And you don't want to rock the boat. No, some of y'all got to stand up and be bold. Some of y'all gonna have to speak up. Don't worry about what people say. Tell them you don't identify. Use that foolishness they got in the workplace. I don't identify with no look. I don't identify with no religious belief. I believe in God. Use the stuff they do on the job on them. I believe in the power of God, and I just believe. That's how you do that. You got to call that stuff out now. And see, you'll be surprised because see, people thank you, they assume because you say you identify as a certain person or you believe a certain way, they just think you're supposed to be nice and you always supposed to be kind and sheepish and walk with your head down. No, no. God's raising up warriors. You got to say something. That religion they sold y'all, no, I don't subscribe to that. I'm not going to be mean and nasty, but at the same time, I'm not going to be here. No, I'm not going to be quiet. If it's wrong, if I need to speak up, I'm going to speak up. Because one thing about it, people don't like when you speak the truth. I don't care how you say it. They don't like it. They don't like when you speak up, period. Not even the truth. It don't have to be nothing to do. They just don't like for you to say nothing. It don't have to be the truth. It just could be something you said, chosen one. They don't want you to say nothing. They don't want you to say nothing. Because they know when you say something, people are going to listen. People always listen to the chosen one. That's why they want you to be silent. That's why they want to keep you silent in that little cubicle, being quiet, listening to your little worship music on your head. Say, no, you got to get out that little cubicle and you have to say something. You got to stir up some stuff. Yes, you do. You got to stir up some stuff. You can't just be sitting there trying to be all, keeping the status quo. You got to go. You got to turn the office upside down. It's in the mess anyways. It's already in the mess. So you just go in there and create more, create more chaos because you speaking up. That's why you are one of the chosen one. That's why you are a wonder. Mm-hmm. Yep. But that's what I want to come talk to you all about. I'm glad you all came and hung out with me. I'm glad you all came and hung out with me. But you have to you can't always be quiet. That's what people want. People want you to be nice. They expect for you to be nice because you say you love God, you believe in God. Oh, Christians not supposed to be that way. Or people who believe, they love trying to tell you how to believe and what to do. No, you ain't gonna tell me how to do. No, I don't have to be nice. I have to be kind, but I don't have to be nice. Nice is I conform and do what you want me to do. I don't have to be nice. And that's the thing. We've let society tell us um mm-hmm, nice, the meaning of nice, to be pleasant, agreeable, satisfactory. And the main thing here is agreeable. No, I don't have to be agreeable with you. I don't have to be agreeable. I don't agree with that. And that's what people want you to be agreeable. You see them mistreating somebody on the job and you don't say nothing. They want you to agree with that. They want you to be allies with them to target somebody who haven't did anything to you. That person haven't done anything to you, but they want to, because the office is grouping up, they're trying to get allies to team up against somebody who didn't do anything to you. But because they don't like them, they want a group to get together to make it seem like that person is the problem when it's the group that's the problem. No, you ain't gonna get me to team up with nobody. You're not gonna get me in your foolishness. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's not what we're gonna do. No, you're not gonna get me to be allies. I'm not gonna come into agreement with nothing to go against nobody because you don't know how them people are praying. You don't know who they talking to. You don't know what type. You don't know if they serve God or not. That's another thing. People look and assume because how you look and dress. This is what the world see. This is what the world has done. Because you look a certain way, right? If you don't look like how they say you're supposed to look as a person who believes in God, they just assume now you're no believer. But you can tell if you move, if you take off your lenses, right? If you move them lenses, the little worldly lenses, and you recognize that person's spirit, you'll know if they believe or not. You'll know that light gonna be on them. And this is not the time you want to be bothering people you don't know who they pray to. This is not the time. this definitely not the time. In this season here, you don't want to touch the show. You don't want to come up against the chosen ones. You don't want to speak up against them. You don't want to touch them. You don't want to come up against them. You don't want to team up with folks. You don't want to team up with people. This is not the time. I'm telling you, this ain't the time to do that. Leave people alone. You don't know. You don't know if they're chosen. You don't know if they're anointed. It's not the time. Chosen one, the only thing I can tell you is warn these people, leave y'all alone. That's all I'm going to tell you. Give them their warning. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, yeah. And yeah, you have to be led too. Yep, I'm not just talking about being being no, I'm not talking about being controversial. Controversial just because. No, you have to be led by the Spirit. But God is waking up a lot of there we go. A lot of people, especially the ones who've been sitting back like I was. I used to be, trying to be nice. That's the word right there. Nice. I want to rock the boat. No, we rocking over. We turning over boats. We rocking the boat with truth. Sure don't redeem. They better leave them folks alone. That's all I can tell. Leave the chosen ones alone. Leave people alone who pray. I don't care what they look like. Yeah, but don't bother folks. Do not bother people. That's what I want to come tell you all. Talk to you all about. You are a wonder. Yeah, people are trying to figure out. People are trying to figure out. No, what? People trying to figure out. I accidentally clicked on somebody's YouTube channel. Yeah, people are trying to figure out. Trying to figure out why you still going, why you still smiling, why you still getting up like fighting. They're trying to figure that out. That's all. They're trying to figure it out. Tell them they'll never be able to figure you out because you get instructions. Look, you get daily instructions. 1 minute God will be telling you to go right. Next minute he will saying go left. And if you walk in obedience, you're gonna do exactly what he tell you to do, regardless of how it looks. Regardless of how it looks, you are going to do exactly what it is he tells you to do. That's what I've learned. I'm like, right, me, but he said to do it. He said to do it. So, but that's what I want to come talk to y'all about, chosen ones. Y'all have a good evening, blessed evening. You see, I'm starting my lock journey, you all. Look, I'm starting my lock journey. I'm too excited. Had to get used to it. Because I have a noggin on me. So look, the Lord blessed me with that noggin from a child. So I'm gonna have to deal with it. He blessed me with that noggin, so I'm gonna have to deal with it. But I'm excited about my lock journey. I've always wanted to get locks, and so I'm starting my journey. And y'all will be here with me because they're 1 day. They're 1 day old. Just got them done yesterday, so y'all will be here with me when they start growing. And you're gonna be like, "Oh, your locks are growing." I'm thinking about starting another channel talking about my lock journey. I don't know. Y'all let me know because I don't want to be talking about my lock journey here. This is not the channel for that. So I just had to mention that just for the video. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be blessed, okay?